freedom of expression that is enshrined in our founding documents, in having his life taken in that very act, makes it more difficult for people to feel like they can share their ideas, that they can speak freely.
What?
We will never be able to solve all the other problems, including the violence problems that people are worried about, if we can't have a clash of ideas safely and securely. Even especially those ideas with which you disagree. That's why this matters so much.
Wow.
Over the last 48 hours, I have been as angry as I have ever been, as sad as I have ever been.
He's gonna cry.
And
he is.
It was as anger pushed me to the brink. It was actually Charlie's words that pulled me back. I'd like to share some of those, and specifically right now, if I could, I need to talk to the young people in our state, in my state.
Oh my goodness.
And
I have a lot to say about him.
As President Trump reminded me, he said, you know who really loved Charlie?
You didn't got up here and made this about himself.
Young people loved Charlie, and young people hated Charlie. And Charlie went into those places anyway. And these are the words that have helped me. Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when you get violence. He said, the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Welcome without judgment, love without condition, forgive without limit. He said, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. A few months ago, I referenced this last night, Charlie posted to social media, when things are moving very fast and people are losing their minds, it's important to stay grounded. Turn off your phone, read scripture, spend time with friends, and remember, internet fury is not real life. It's going to be okay. He again said, when you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to commit violence. He said, what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable agreement, where violence is not an option. Now, again, to my young friends out there, you are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option.
I'm not sure I understand. I don't agree with that.
Through those words, we have a reminder that we can choose a different path. Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now.
Oh, that's good.
Not by pretending differences don't matter, but by embracing our differences and having those hard conversations. I think we need more moral clarity right now. I hear all the time that words are violence. Words are not violence. Violence is violence. And there is one person responsible for what happened here, and that person is now in custody and will be charged soon and will be held accountable. And yet all of us have an opportunity right now to do something different. I want to thank my fellow Utahns. You know, this bad stuff happens. And for 33 hours, I was...
Somebody should have wrote something down for him.
If this had to happen here, it wouldn't be one of us.
Yeah.
That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country.
Everywhere.
Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here. And it was one of us.
Yeah, it was.
But I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting, there was no looting, there were no cars set on fire.
What you
There's no
saying?
violence.
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
There were vigils.
The black folk, there wasn't enough black folks there to do
and
all
people
that.
coming together
That's
to
what
share
you're
the
trying to
humanity.
say.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the
He in
answer
trouble.
to this. We can return
He
violence
is
with
all over the
violence.
place.
We can return hate with
Wow.
hate.
There
And that's
was
the
no
problem
This
with
is
political
not
violence
the
is it
president.
metastasizes. Because we can always point the finger at the other side.
You idiot.
Wow.
You
That
set up here
accurate.
and stereotype people, put them in a bucket and say, we don't have this here.
Did you hear the question? Did you hear
Talking about Chicago.
Right, but did you hear the question that was posed to Mr. Kirk just prior to him being pow-powed?
No.
They asked him a question about violence of some kind. I don't know it verbatim, but he retorted a question back to them saying, does this include gang activity? And then that's when he got hit in the neck. You have to see the video. I mean, even this, I don't wish this on anybody. Let me first say that. But this guy was not the greatest in terms of race relations. I'll put it like that.
Right.
He wasn't the greatest at that. And he was perceived to be very, very racist when it came down to black people in this country.
Right.
So this question was posed to him. Yeah, this question was posed to him just before this guy pulled the trigger. And his response to the person in the audience, it was this real, it had a really racist undertone before he was, hit.
Oh, wow.
I encourage you to look at the video just before he was.
I was trying to find it.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's not a pretty thing, but I mean, luckily they blur out the.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was shot.
Did you see his neck go? You see him go back.
Yeah. But the question, that's the important thing. That was the important thing to me. The question that was posed to him and his response to that question was not an answer, but yet another question. And it was very stereotypical.
Oh, wow.
I just find it ironic that the very people that he showed disdain to was not who took him down. I'm trying to be very careful with my words.
Right. Someone else did. Yeah.
Yeah. This was a 22-year-old Caucasian male. His father was a sheriff, or used to be a sheriff. He was highly trained because he practiced shooting with his dad. So, yeah, so he had the wherewithal to pull this off. And it's just very ironic. I just give it like that.
Wow.
It's very ironic that, the very group of people that he put in a box the way he did was not who took him down.
Right.
It's just the opposite.
Mm-hmm. And it's like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cheryl said this guy is over here campaigning for something.
At some point, we have to find an off-ramp, or it's going to get much, much worse. But see, these are choices that we can make. History will dictate if this is a turning point for our country. But every single one of us gets to choose right now if this is a turning point for us.
Uh-oh.
We get to make decisions. We have our agency. And I desperately call on every American, Republican, Democrat, liberal, progressive, conservative, MAGA, all of us to please, please follow what Charlie taught me. I'll just conclude with with words I share often from a friend and author, Yuval Levin, who was asked if he was optimistic about our country, and he said, "I'm not optimistic." He said, "I hate optimism." God, that sounds bad. But he said,
wow.
Optimism
Robert
is
said
a vice. It's this idea that good things
took his
just
body
going
back
to
in
happen.
Air Force One.
He said, in the history of the world, good things have never just happened. He says, I'm not optimistic, but I am hopeful. And hope is the virtue that sits between the vices of optimism and pessimism. Hope is the idea that good things are going to happen because we can make them so. I still believe in our country.
He's campaigning.
And I know Charlie Kirk believed in our country. I still believe that there is more good among us than evil. And I still believe that we can change the course of history. I'm hopeful because
Shannon
Americans can make it so. Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to answer any questions.
I love it.
Can we speak to whether the suspect is speaking with authorities and his demeanor, Tyler Robinson?
I cannot speak to that.
Governor, how do you interpret the engravings on cases?
Well, I will leave that up to you to interpret what those engravings mean. I think the clearest one that says "catch fascist," there's not, and by the way, that's like catch like a ball, catch this. That's I think that speaks for itself.
Governor, can you detail it all?
Speak on it. Speak on it, dude.
Yeah.
Beyond that, is there anything in your view that you discovered that may have radicalized or changed him to prompt him to commit?
There's nothing more that we can share at this time.
Oh, skim over that one. He skimmed over that one.
Yeah.
We do not at this time have any information that would lead to any additional arrests. Yes. But the investigation is ongoing.
Can you talk more about the family, what they had to say about the suspect?
Yes. So right now, Mr. Robinson has been booked into the Utah County Jail. You heard the president this morning report that he was taken into custody. That his family and
way
a friend,
far away
helped to deliver him into custody of
he
law
was on top
enforcement in
of a
Washington
building.
County. For those of you that don't know where Washington County
They
is,
even
it
caught
is
him
the
jumping off the
southernmost,
building.
southwesternmost part of the state of Utah. It's about a
They caught
3.5 to
that.
4 hour drive from here, where we are right now, and that's where he lived and where they turned him in. Please, I'll go here.
Can you talk more about what the family is saying?
I can't share any more than what I've already shared. Yeah.
How he got back to Washington County and how the gun was obtained?
How we obtained the gun was found here. So I don't have much more details on that.
Yeah, Margie.
We do know
It
that,
was like a
that he
sniper
drove.
shot.
We had his car here on campus, and then we
Very
had his car
precise.
going south back to the St. George. It's actually the city of Washington in Washington County.
Is he talking with authorities? Is he talking with authorities and did he discuss it?
I'm sorry.
Did the suspect
Have any information that would lead us to believe that? Yes. In fact, it was just released.
Is he
Yes.
talking with authorities and did he discuss a motive?
I can't answer that right now. Yeah, thank you. Over here. I absolutely believe that this is a watershed in American history. Yes. The question is, what kind of watershed? And that chapter remains to be written. Is this the end of a dark chapter in our history, or the beginning of a darker chapter in our history? Look, I mean, if you look at true political assassinations in this country of someone of this stature. This feels a lot like the late 60s, and having one so gruesomely displayed on camera in all of our hands and in all of our pockets. We are not wired as human beings biologically. Historically, we have not evolved in a way that we are capable of processing those types of violent imagery. And by the way, we've seen another one with a gruesome stabbing very recently that went viral.
Yeah, this is
not
the press
good for
conference.
us.
This is
It is
live
not good to
coverage.
consume. Social media is a cancer on our society right now. And I would encourage people to log off, turn off, touch grass, hug a family member, go out and do good in your community. That is happening, and it's happening organically right now. I had a friend in a small city in Utah who said, we're getting together. The Republicans and Democrats in my little town are getting together to have a discussion last night, just to find a way to find their better angels. So yes, this could be. I mean, again, you have to go back to JFK to have seen a video live of something like this happening. I wasn't born until 1975.
Wow.
But I know that things were really dark in the late 60s.
Really
Sorry to some of you. I know some of you were there. This is our moment. Do we escalate, or do we find an off-ramp? And again, it's a choice. It's a choice, and every one of us gets to make that choice. Two more questions right here.
Could we clarify that the release of those enhanced images at 8 p.m., the timeline that Director Patel gave us, led to the arrest at 10 p.m.? Is there a direct connection?
I cannot comment if there is a direct connection or not, but all I can say is that that through some process, the family came to know that this had happened.
Came to know.
Wow. His family gone. Oh,
correct. Yes. So when he's first spotted on campus, he has different clothing on, and then he changes clothing on the roof, and then changed back into that clothing at some point, so that when he was apprehended, when he was arrested, the clothing matched the clothing he had on before the shooting here at UVU. Last question here. Yes.
Interesting.
You said that the suspect was from Utah. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about where and was
You're
he
fine,
student
little
at this
miss.
university, and is there any history?
I don't have any information on the mental illness part. He was not a student here at UVU. He was living and had lived for a long time with his family in Washington County, in the southernmost part of our state. Thank you, everyone, for your great work in getting this information out. I will just say, process-wise, this may be important. I know many of you aren't familiar with the process in Utah. I think it's important that you understand that. Basically, we have 3 days for charging documents to be filed. A CI will be filed. We'll have more information then, more detailed information as those charging documents are filed in preparation for a preliminary hearing. So 3 days. So we would anticipate then that early next week those charging documents will be filed. We will obviously be working. The county attorney will be working very closely with Mr. Kirk's family as those documents and decisions are prepared and made. Thanks, everyone.
All right, that was the governor of Utah, among other officials, including the FBI director, announcing that a suspect is in custody, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson of Utah. And we've learned a lot in that news conference. And while that was on, we also received the mugshot from this morning. I want to get Tom Winter in here. He's our national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent. And there was a lot of information, including how it is that authorities became aware of this person. It sounds like someone turned him in, a member of a family. The suspect spoke to a member of family who reached out to a family friend who called the sheriff's office.
That's exactly right, Savannah, and consistent with some of the reporting we were hearing earlier this morning. And the information, according to the governor, is that this person said that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was then relayed to police. Apparently, in the course of this investigation, they were actually able to find his car and surveillance video of that. And they see him wearing one type of clothing. Then he changes into the dark clothing, the images that we've seen over the past 24 hours. the shooting happens, and then he changes back into the original set of clothing that he arrived at the university in.
Wow.
Well, they said that when investigators in the early hours of this morning arrived at his home, apparently he was wearing the same type of clothing that he was wearing when he arrived at the campus on the day of the shooting. On top of that, they said that there was a roommate of his who he also had been messaging, and the messages referenced the weapon specifically, referenced the fact that it was wrapped in a towel. That's something investigators have been telling us about. The fact that it was in a wooded area, and that there will also be engravings on the casings of the ammunition.
And a scope on top of them.
And a scope on top of it, all consistent with the information we've been hearing for the past several days. And now the governor and investigators saying, no, in fact, it's one and the same thing.
It sounds like all but a confession to the roommate as well, although the roommate thought it was a joke, according to the investigation.
Apparently initially thought it was a joke, and now investigators think it's anything but.
Tom, let's talk a little bit more about these casings, and maybe we just try to characterize some of what the investigators claim that they have found while we try to figure out exactly what was meant by some of these casings and what was inscribed on these casings.
Sure. So top line on this is that there's a real anti-fascist sentiment that's consistent with some of the information that we learned in the press conference, that apparently recently this individual, Tyler Robinson, had been talking about the fact that they had an issue with Kirk and had become more political recently. According to the information shared at the press conference, these engravings reference a whole host of things. We're still in the process of going through it, but like I said, he says in one spot, "Hey fascist!" exclamation point, catch. In other words, to catch the bullet is what is referenced. The governor clarifying that later. There were a number of unfired casing rounds, one saying, "Oh, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao." There was another message referencing, apparent reference to law enforcement. So look, putting it all together, we're going to need to do a lot more research as far as the specific ideology here. But it's clear, and again, according from what the governor said, that Robinson apparently mentioned to a family member, a family friend, that Charlie Kirk was coming to the university. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. And a family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. Again, all of that coming from the governor and officials at this press conference.
We don't know whether it appears from our initial searches that there's not a criminal record here for this individual. We don't know a lot about his background, but we've talked a lot about that single deadly shot that was taken from a distance of 200 yards, which would suggest some experience with firearms.
Certainly some experience with firearms. Nobody just buys this gun, sets up on the roof, and is able to conduct a shot along the lines of what people are told in military and law enforcement training, which is high center mass. And that's exactly, unfortunately, what we saw earlier this week. So I think we are asking questions if there is a military record here. We are asking questions about his background. To your point, Savannah, there's nothing that sticks out as far as a criminal record. We're able to see those generally pretty quickly, but sometimes those records could be held under seal too. We'll want to look for that.
But Tom, your team has been able to determine that there was a connection between this 22-year-old and the campus itself.
Yeah, apparently we have some information in that he may have attended at least one semester there, and we're going to try to get some more information on that as well, Craig. Again, though, it doesn't seem like he had any specific issue with the university. The family member talks about the fact about Charlie Kirk, this becoming more political in recent years. We did get some additional detail on the rifle. It's a Mauser Model 98 36 caliber bolt action rifle. The question I would have is, did anybody buy this for him? Could that have been an illegal purchase?
Is this like a hunt for those of us who aren't, and I confess, I don't know a lot about this kind of weaponry. Is that a hunting rifle?
It is a hunting rifle. It's the exact type of rifle that you want to use for long distance hunting, very stable to carry out a shot like that. I do want to note the governor said we do not believe that there'll be any other arrests at this time, noted that obviously the investigation is ongoing and we should see the specific charges as early next week. Of course, there could also be federal charges here. We'll just have to see what develops over the coming days.
All right. Tom Winter.
And they have a death penalty in that state.
24, 48 hours, just using a lot of video evidence to build this timeline.
They have what, Nikki?
They have the death penalty in Utah.
Oh, wow. Wow. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't give it to him.
Yeah, it does seem like it's all derived from the timeline at this point and from the video. Obviously, that helps to make the case. A bit of a troubling trend out of this. You know, we saw it with Luigi Mangione, according to our reporting. The recent shooting in Minneapolis at a church there involving school children. And now Tyler Robinson, according to all the reporting we've put together here, this is now another incident where somebody's been engraving things on shell casings, really speaking to that message and people following what Mangione did.
We're following this breaking news. 22-year-old suspect Tyler Robinson of Utah in custody. You can find more on our streaming channel and on NBCnews.com.
Tom Winter, thank you. Morgan Chesky, thanks as well there in Utah on the ground for us. We are going to return most of you now to the Today Show. I'm Craig Melvin alongside Savannah Guthrie, and this has been an NBC News special report.
Mickey, do you have any other information on?
I'm not as much as anyone else has been able to see. I woke up to this. Danny was doing a live when I woke up. I'm not sure if she's had any commentary on this or not. But,
so they called him. He's 22.
Yeah, his father, like I said, used to be law enforcement. May still be. I wasn't clear on that, but a minister and the father were aware of it. I'm not sure who he confessed to first. I believe it was the father. He confessed to the father, and the father in turn called a friend. I would imagine it would be the minister. And at that point, they turned him in. There was $100,000 bounty on this guy's head.
Oh wow!
So it was commented somewhere that, you know, they wonder how they're going to divvy this up. You know, are they going to split it between the father and the minister or what?
Right.
You know, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what else. But I will say this, is that this is only letting me know that the young people are getting sick and tired of the constant racist undertones that are being pushed in this country. This was not some ghetto kid that came in off of a train from Chicago, or anything like that. This was one of their own. And it just lets me know that young people are, I believe, even though, you know, it's a little crazy nowadays with social media, that I think that there are some good young kids out there that are on the right track in terms of, you know, how to view humanity. I don't think it's right to, you know, assassinate anybody, but in the same token, he's been pushing some really racist things out there. And yes, Barbara, you're right. He was a big Trump supporter. Trump definitely supported this guy big time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It is crazy. That is. It's really wild.
Yeah.
That, and you saw it. I mean, to see it. I was trying to look it up so we could see it.
It's very graphic. So
it's very graphic.
Yeah, you would have to. I don't think it's gonna be found on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, I think
maybe on X. Mm-hmm. It can probably be found on X. I know that the videos that I saw, they would
were on X.
Yeah, they would stop it on the ones on YouTube. They would stop it just as he was hit, so you don't get to see all that blood and gore, which I don't want to see that either. But there are other videos out there that show just how gory it was.
Oh God, my computer is acting up. Try it one more time.
Oh wow. Snowdrop said, Auntie, he said that he would fund Charlie Kirk's children's education and I think health needs So yeah, Trump is definitely a big supporter of this man.
Okay, let me.
Demon Dictator said yes, it's on X.
Okay, let me share it.
Yeah. Snowdrop says I saw it live. Letitia, it's horrific, just like the IRN. Wait, I can't pronounce that. It's early.
When should I type it in? Let me see.
Oh,
Trending.
wow. Barbara says Trump is giving him the Medal of Honor.
Oh, wow.
Don Lemon has good videos on him.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah, Barbara Weaver says that Don Lemon has good videos on him.
Okay.
Oh, Trump. I'm sorry. I misunderstood Snowdrop. She said, no, Auntie Lamar Jackson said that he would fund that, but Trump's father did that for a family too. When boy Trump told him a child's dad had passed.
Oh.
It's Lady Latesha.
I haven't found it yet. Okay, let me do a search.
Oh, there it is. Second one down. Yeah. And it's interesting. You see that guy with the white hat on?
Yeah.
I saw a video, this very same video, where this guy here did some strange kind of hand movements, like signaling.
Oh, wow.
He tipped his hat and then he pulled his ear. There's another guy standing next to him in a black shirt, not the one in this picture, but another guy in a black t-shirt who then does another type of signal just before this happened. And I thought that was really strange.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying that it was connected, but
yeah,
it was like, you know how baseball players have those hand signals? When they're playing baseball, they do certain hand signals.
Yeah.
That's what happened here.
Wow.
It looked just like that.
Go, run.
Oh, that's horrible. And I do apologize. I should have put trigger warning up. Let me do that now. Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
I'm going to show you guys this one more time. It is trigger warning, so be careful.
Go, run. Go, run. Oh my God. Go, run. Oh my God. Go, run.
Maggie, get the hell out of here.
Is she in here?
Yeah, get the hell up out of here.
Get out of here. What are you talking about? You're an idiot. You're the doxer. Stop being stupid. Yeah, I think there is something really seriously wrong with you to say that I'm doxing myself knowing that you did it. And I have proof, receipts that you did it. And you don't have any receipts that I doxed myself. So you're saying stupid stuff. Moving on.
You got nothing better to do.
Yeah, like I'm doxing myself.
It's just ignore her. She's irrelevant. She's irrelevant at this point.
Oh my God. Go, run.
Let me go back one. That was really something.
Yeah, they have closer. They've got closer videos of it. I mean, it's still horrific. No, regardless, it's man.
Wow.
It's Lady Latesha. Latesha. Lady Latesha. Lady Latesha.
And that's just beforehand.
Lady Latesha.
Wow. They blocked some out.
Yeah, they may have. Those are probably the very graphic ones. I'm just assuming. But oh man, if you could just hear the question that was asked of him prior to.
Oh.
And his response.
Yeah. Ooh.
Absolutely, Barbara. You're absolutely right.
All right. It's sad. It is. It's something else.
Oh boy.
What is I mean, that could have easily been Trump.
Exactly. But it's
getting wild out there.
It's getting crazy out there. People need to be very mindful of the things that they say and the things that they do and the pages they troll, because anything could happen. Anything. No one's protected.
No.
At all. And I encourage you to just lay low and let this chick go on about her business, because
I agree.
She has no content. I hope she's still sitting here. She has no content whatsoever other than you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And if you feed into that, you're gonna give her more content. Let that heifer go. Fly away, you crippled pigeon. Bye.
You're absolutely right.
Kick rocks. Kick rocks. For her to come over here and say that, man, going back over there to your little ghetto basement.
Yeah, like, who you're trying to convince?
Please. I am just worried you keep doxing your kid. You know what, Maggie? Go find a man so maybe you can make your own kid. How about that?
She's slow.
Yeah, very slow. You are endangering your child. No, you're endangering yourself. Stop it.
Oh, I'm endangering my
Yeah.
child?
She,
No, she
no,
heard my
she's
live
endangering
earlier.
herself.
She heard my live earlier,
Yeah, she's
Auntie
in here
Nikki,
now.
when I told her that when she put my information out there, that she's hurting my family and my daughter, and she's just in denial. Just like when she put
It's
your
wrong
phone
for
number, when she put your phone number in the comments,
you. Mm-hmm.
she got on her live and laughed about it
Yeah.
and thought it was a joke. And then yesterday, she picks up this pretend phone. Like, what are they going to do? So, what if I gave the phone number? What they're going to do? Pick up the phone and say, this is voodoo and do 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 do.
Yeah.
I said, how disrespectful and nasty of you to joke about somebody being harmed because of your actions.
Well, now she's trying to cover her tracks by coming in here saying she keeps doxing herself.
Because she
and all
knows
this
it's
stuff.
true
And
that
poor
she,
little Kira and all this stuff.
yeah, she knows that it's true that she is putting our family and our kids in danger by doing what she did. And she never took down the videos either.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
I'm
you're
glad
putting
you
my
do love
daughter
the
in
owl. I'm
danger.
glad you do love the owl, Maggie. I'm glad you do love the owl.
And it is so true.
And it's so appropriate.
Yes, you put my daughter in danger. I told everyone, the Mexican community that you so-called told about me, I let them know that you put my 5-year-old in danger. You put her in a situation that a stranger that with mental illness could come to my house and do just about anything because they have my phone number.
Wait a minute, Heifer. Did maybe he reimburse you instead? How about that? Since you're so concerned about what Quiet Storm did you get anything from him? Are you in contact with him?
Somebody is pressed.
Somebody's pressed. You're talking crap to people.
Yeah.
Let me just say, bitch, get the fuck up out of here.
Exactly. And the thing is, the truth hurts.
You want to bring up Quiet Storm. I don't give a rat's ass about Quiet Storm. Do you care about Quiet Storm? Maybe you the one that's riding his dick.
Exactly.
No,
you put my daughter at risk.
Storm? Bitch, you wish you had a husband. Let me tell you something. My husband was right there when we loaned that man that money. So go get you some business. As a matter of fact, why don't you call Quiet Storm? Both of you's a bunch of scammers. Get together and get your shit together.
Yeah.
And keep it pushing. You so concerned about what happens over here. Get your own little shit together.
Yeah, get it together, girl. Go sit on someone's couch and explain to them the issues that you got going on.
Oh, I was in love. Yeah, I'm in love with my own man. Why don't you go find one?
No one wants her.
Don't nobody wants your crusty self.
Nobody wants that. That evil stuff.
You need a bucket of Crisco.
Putting kids at risk.
Please call 911.
You might as well change your name to a PDF file for putting people's information out there. How are you aiding and abetting those criminals out there?
Well, go get him, bitch. If he's free and you know he's free, go get him. I got mine. Go get yours. You concerned about everybody else.
Wow. You're hurt. Something happened to you, didn't it? I hit a nerve. I told the truth. I told the truth about you, and you're over here wiggling and whining about it. No, it is the truth. You put all our kids in danger. You did. You're a monster. Monsters and evil people put other kids, children in harm's way. That you disregarded our kids. You are a person of no integrity at all. You put our kids at danger by putting our personal information out on your site, and you call yourself a person. You call yourself human. You call yourself human. Now I'm getting phone calls, Auntie Mickey. People are harassing me because she put my phone number out there. What if my daughter had to answer the phone? Oh, she doesn't care. You don't care if my daughter answers the phone and some pervert's on the other line talking crazy to her, because you're the one who put the information out there. So what makes that, but where do you fit in that category? Aren't you liable for it? And then don't get me started on you trying to hack into Danny's computer. And you gave no regard to Auntie Mickey's grandkids or her daycare center. No, you did not. You put everybody in harm's way for your own personal reasons, because you were whining and crying like a baby and can't handle someone telling the truth about your narcissistic behavior. If anything happens to me, it will fall on you. And I don't appreciate you talking about Auntie Mickey and saying that about her. She must have jumped off. And I think it's time for you to go. Because I don't have anything else to say to you. But you are you're a monster. You're a monster for putting my child in danger. And you will always be a monster for putting my baby in danger. Do I have a mod to kick her out? They are watching you. She's been, sorry about that, Auntie Mickey. I was like, oh, where'd she go? Okay, hold on. That's not the link. Yeah, get out of here. I said what I had to say to you. You're an idiot. You put my family in danger. You're a monster and evil. And if the Mexican community ever just open their eyes just a little bit more, they'll see that you are a demon child. Hey.
Hello, sweetheart. I'm sorry, my phone rang.
That's okay.
And I didn't answer it. It just, when the phone rings.
Yeah, it does something.
It does something to it. So is that bitch still in here? Because she got a lot to say about my so-called crackhead husband.
She's jealous.
But it's funny. I remember seeing her sitting on a panel with a crackhead, all warmed up to him. Okay. Didn't have much to say to him about being a crackhead. It was key. But see, what we did in our 20s, you have yet to experience, boo-boo. You need to get you a life. Then maybe you can speak on something.
Yeah.
You grimy bitch.
You're very grimy. Very grimy. Very.
Now you got some more content to run back over to your little pit of hell to talk about.
Yeah, for 2 seconds. And it's interesting that she's making me content. Like, really? Us. No, I think the truth hurts when you tell the truth on her, it hurts. Call her out on her BS like you're doing, Auntie Mickey.
I can't stand that bitch.
I can't either. No, it's a loony bin. I was going to talk about I forgot what's his name. Tyler Perry, because I think that stuff is heating up. But I think I'll wait to do that later.
Yeah, I talked about him the other night too.
You did?
Yeah, it's kind. I pulled up the lawsuit with Derek Dixon, and there's some similarities between Derek Dixon's lawsuit and what Christian Keys had said previously before that lawsuit came out. There's some very stark similarities, and I'm wondering if maybe Derek might have possibly pulled some stuff from Christian Keys' comments to put into his, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm not sure, but it's possible. I mean, $260 million, and you carried on a I wouldn't say relationship, but a friendship and a boss employee type relationship as well for several years. I mean, this went on for several years. And if he was harassing you in this way for so long, why did you wait until you were no longer employed by him to file this lawsuit?
Good question.
I mean, it went on, and he saved every last text message. I think it's a money grab myself.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like it.
I really do, but I mean, there's always two sides to a story. So, but I'm kind of confident that it's a money grab, and I know Christian Keys settled. Yeah, Christian Keys settled. He never did mention Tyler Perry's name. He never said his name, but we all kind of knew who he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. And their stories are similar.
Very similar.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys want to watch it, or we can watch it tonight. It's up to you. What you got going on later, Auntie Mickey?
I'm debating. Hell, I might even talk about this crow now, but my audience is really not. They're a little. They don't want to hear all this, and I don't blame them. But
see, what happens is that she gets jealous that me and you are on this panel together.
Right.
Gets upset. She loses it. She can't handle it.
Yeah.
And when she sees me with anyone,
she's jealous of everybody, to be truthful about it. She's
really
jealous of every female that has a relationship outside of their kitchen.
Exactly. Because she can't have one. She can't have a relationship.
Yeah.
And it really bothers her.
Yeah, I refrain from talking about her because she's not really worth the time or effort, and there's better things to talk about than her. So I wouldn't even, I really, she's past tense.
You're absolutely right.
I feed her dust. Feed her dust, the dusty bitch she is. Let the dusty bitch be fed dust.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is what she gets off on.
Yeah, she enjoys it.
Yeah, if you don't talk about her, she has nothing else to talk about. She's got to go out there, fly around, and find out something else to talk about.
Yeah, the same old stuff.
And
she's a repeat
ain't nothing
box.
going on.
She has nothing new.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in Canada that she can speak of. Rusty, dusty Canada.
Okay.
Yeah. And she, matter of fact, she can't. Leia, she can't divide people. She can't
No,
divide people. She doesn't have
mm-mm.
that kind of power.
You do. Let me let her know. You do not have the power to separate relationships.
Nope.
You don't.
Nope.
You can try, but you don't. You will fail at
Yeah.
every time. Even
Yeah.
Julie is going to do an interview with me. She said that she's looking forward to it, and so you didn't stop the show as you thought you did. Let me say this again. Julia is going to be interviewing with me. She wrote me a nice note and appreciated what I wrote back to tell her about you. Because you failed to tell her how you struck me 4 times. Did she strike you, Auntie Mickey?
No. No.
How she doxed you.
She did dox me.
How she doxed you. And how she went on the web spreading your business, being nasty and disgusting towards you. So I told her all of this, and she was grateful and said, I'm looking forward to us getting together and having a one-on-one. So she was very nice about it because Maggie called her up to try to sabotage it.
Right.
And so
And it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah. And I wouldn't put much more out there than what you've already put out.
Right.
That's all she's doing is she's sitting there watching your every move. She's giving you watch hours.
Yeah, I have to be careful what I say. Yeah.
I wouldn't talk about her anymore, lady. Honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk not one more thing about her.
You're absolutely right.
Dry her dusty ass out.
You're right about that.
Dusty ass out.
I know.
Don't give her no more.
Danny tells me that too.
Yeah.
Go in silence. Be quiet. Don't
That's
say
right.
anything to her. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure your subscribers will be happy to hear that too. They want to hear.
Oh yeah, they
more
do
about
not
that
like
magic.
when I talk about her.
Yeah. So
They.
those are the people that you are dedicated to, not that
Yeah.
mangy bitch. That mangy
You're
bitch can go
you're
kick
right.
box. You know, your
And I've got it
subscribers
out of my
love you.
system. I don't have anything else.
Mhm.
I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
cooked, fried, and baked. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Get from over here. I'm done. I am. I need. You're absolutely right. Like, she does things to get under my skin, and then I react to it.
Right.
Like the Julie situation.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what
she's
she wanted.
calling everyone in the Mexican community, telling them about me. And then I'm like, well, let me respond. But I'm hoping I'm responding in a way that lets her know that you can't affect me. Like
Right.
you're too small and too feeble to affect me in that way.
Right.
I think that's what I really wanted her to know that.
And she knows it. She
Yeah.
knows it. She knows that she's worthless at this point. She's
Worthless.
She's clamoring for some kind of clout.
Yes.
You know, the more we talk about her, the more she's going to dig in. Let her dig in on this last little dig. You mangy stank bitch. Put that down. Talk about that. You slimy, and you look like a herpes blister.
Wow. There you go.
You look like
Take that to the bank.
A herpes blister ready to pop. So you go back and you take that back and you give that to Polly and anybody else. And by the way, your little Polly bitch, let me just add this. Ain't nobody said nothing about nobody being, what did she say? I said, I made fun of somebody that was with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
I never made fun of nobody with Down syndrome. Ever. So Polly, you need to go and try to pick another storyline too.
Get
Trying
another
to be relevant,
storyline.
trying to be relevant like your little crow. Both of you bitches can kick rocks.
Yeah, and be goddess. You've been warned. If you show my video or show my pictures, or play anything of me, I will strike you. I don't like you. I don't care for you. I don't appreciate you calling my phone, playing on it, and leave me alone. Or I have to send you a cease and desist. You're starting to be harassing me.
Yep. Fuck around and find out. Excuse
Yeah.
me. I'm sorry for cussing on your platform.
No, you're okay.
But
You're
this
perfectly
bitch-
fine.
This bitch, this irrelevant bitch and her irrelevant minions need to go blow off steam somewhere else. Go get yourself a vibrator or something. Take some time to yourself. Do something.
Yeah.
Go buy a supply of batteries and take care of your own business and quit worrying about what's going on over here.
Right.
Contribute to your
she's an
country.
alcoholic. While she's calling people names.
Yeah, contribute to your country.
Oh,
Be a
she can't.
contributing.
Oh my God, she has nothing to give.
Please.
She's not a giver. She's a taker. She's greedy.
You make Canada look bad.
She's greedy. She does nothing for her subscribers. She does nothing for anyone else. Didn't give him any money on his books when he was in jail. Didn't give him any money.
She's words. She's just words. That's all she has is words.
That's it. Full of words. And
she uses people for content, and that's all she can contribute because she's a fallacy.
Yes.
She's beneath everybody. So
she really is. She really is in the basement. If you think about it, she only has a few subscribers, and it's weird that she talks about herself as this big YouTuber. It's weird.
She's a victim in her own mind.
Yeah. This week she was playing victim about what I said.
Yeah.
To her. Yeah. I meant every word of it. I meant what I said.
Yeah. I wouldn't pay her no more mind, honestly. If you take away her ammunition, she has nothing else to use. So the less you speak about her, the less she has to speak about.
You're right.
So, with that said, let's talk about something else beside that mangy dog. Tyler
Okay, do you want me to bring it up? I have a clip. Let's see. Or make it make sense. He's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, Mims. I like Mims. Mims is friends with AT2, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And matter of fact, while you're doing that, tell me about your visit with AT2.
So it was awesome. I picked him up. We went to Papados. The food was amazing. AT2 looks great. I like the shirt he had on. He looked really nice. And we talked about YouTube, and we talked about Maggot a little bit, and I talked about his family a little bit. It was great, and the food was delicious. And then we took a few pictures, and I took him home. Yeah. But it was fun.
I'm glad you guys had time to visit.
Me too. I am too. Because I wasn't sure, because I felt like he might be a little busy. So, but.
Well, in January, my husband and I are supposed to be coming to Dallas.
Oh, really? When?
I'm not sure of the exact date, but he has a speaking engagement in Dallas.
Oh, let me know.
In January. So I would love to come and visit with you while we're down there.
I would love that. Yes.
Absolutely.
That would be so way fun.
Yep, we can hang out for a little bit.
I would love that. Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. That's in January, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
January. We'll go to Papados.
Yeah, let's do that again. That was fun.
Absolutely. Look at that picture of those fine men.
Okay. Very nice looking.
Okay.
Very nice looking roll man there.
All 5 of them.
I'm with you on that one, girlfriend.
Yes, sir.
Make it bigger. Let me see which one I would go for. God, it would probably be a couple of them. I like the first one.
Number 2.
Number two. Number two is looking at me too.
Ooh, number 2. Number 2 has always been.
Yeah, number 2 is looking back at me. But number 1 looks cute too.
Well, remember when he was on Power? Remember that show?
No, I don't know any. Oh, are you talking about one in the blue suit shirt?
No, number 2.
With the person on the shirt?
Yes, with James
he's
Dean on his
cute.
shirt. I can't.
Yeah, he does look familiar.
Yeah, he played on Power. And man, when that show went away, I was so sad.
Oh, I know. I heard that show was great.
It was good. It was really good. None of the spin-offs are as good as the original.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did go there, didn't I?
Little Mason.
Comment,
is
Tyler
back,
Perry.
ladies.
If you're not following my Instagram, you can definitely follow
I'm
it.
so
Make it
glad
make
my
sense
husband's
now. We have a
not
goal, I
jealous.
think, like
Mine
40,000
too, huh?
before Christmas. So definitely follow. But let's talk about Tyler Perry, Krista Keys, and Derek Dixon. Like the videos, the intro plays, we have a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
It makes sense.
Make it make sense.
Tell Kirk and his 3 earrings I said hello.
Bring my legs trying to see if she can feel something.
Big man.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dream. Let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dream. Let me work out.
You can't play his music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. I know the music by heart.
I may have to edit that part out, or I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
copy strike.
Just depends on, who I vibe with and who vibes with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form about to say that.
Okay, let me update you guys on what's going on really quick. So, this is Make It Make Sense. Check him out. I'm going to give him a like. If I have a mod in the house, please put his link in the description, the comments. Excuse me. Basically, Tyler Perry is affiliated with Meghan Markle. And the way they are affiliated with each other is Meghan's little baby. The baby is Tyler Perry is the godfather to her. So that's a big deal because the royals have to keep a clean, kind of a squeaky clean image.
Right.
And this is a scandal on its biggest level. And for Lily, which is the baby's name, to have her godfather have a scandal going on behind the scenes doesn't look good for Meghan and her family. And that's just the truth. That's how the British looks at them. Some of them anyway.
Didn't Tyler fly them back to America?
He sure
and
did.
House them. I'm not sure about where they lived. I know he put them up somewhere.
Yeah, he gave them a house, his house.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they stayed a while. I bet he had to tell them to get out. Yeah, overstayed their welcome.
He flew them up here and everything. I remember.
Yeah. Freedom. It was called the Freedom Flight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I bet you they don't feel like it's. I bet you Harry doesn't feel like it's freedom, but it is what it is. Thank you, Demon Dictator. This is Make It Make Sense is link. Check him out. He's really good. He's got pop culture stuff going on and other stuff going on. It's really cool. So here we go.
That Christian Keys was talking about Tyler Perry and
Okay, explaining it. So we know who Tyler Perry is. Tyler Perry has been accused of, what has he been accused of? Harassment, sexual harassment, something like that. And he's been harassing these two men, and one of the men is suing him. And we're going to hear from both of them. Okay?
in December of 2023 when he made a video accusing a billionaire of doing something inappropriate. But we will be comparing Christian Key's statements with the statements of Derek Dixon on his interview that he did with ABC News last night. If you are new to the channel, definitely subscribe. It is a free way to support the channel. If you're not new to the channel, hit that like button. Let's get right into it.
Kirk Dixon sitting down for his first television interview since filing a $260 million lawsuit against media mogul Tyler Perry, detailing the alleged sexual harassment and assaults he says he endured.
That's when he pushed me up against the wall and grabbed my ass again.
Dixon started.
Let's skip over this.
I'm at his studio opening party in 2019. I was working for an events company, and we met, and he said to me, are you an actor? And I said, well, not right now. I'm working on it, but not right now. And he said, yeah, you are. We need to talk. You should get my number and we'll talk about this.
Did any of your initial interactions give you pause?
A few of them were, did give me pause, but they weren't bad enough to think like this was a dangerous situation.
Now, if you are new to the channel, then you won't know this about me. I definitely support sexual assault survivors, but on this channel, I also call things out, and we talk about inconsistencies, we talk about court cases, we talk about everything. I went back to the initial complaint because that's what I do. And there is something that gave me pause. This is right after he met him. He was a cater waiter. Tyler Perry got his number, and he says, Perry then told Dixon to do an audition over the phone and sent it to Perry. Dixon told Perry he was at a Halloween party. Perry asked to see pictures of Dixon in costume, and Dixon complied. When Perry saw the pictures, he texted Dixon, I was going to say, your cowboy needs a sugar daddy.
Latesha.
Yeah.
Perry continued with, you look great. You're just...
What'd you say?
Would you like me to send you this lawsuit?
Which one?
The one he's got up.
Yeah, sure.
I'll email it to you.
Okay.
I'll email it to you before the end of the show.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lacking costume parts. Sorry, don't want to offend. Dixon responded, not at all. It's so true. Half-assed costume. To which Perry replied, what's true? The cowboy needs a sugar daddy? Implying that Perry wanted to be Dixon's sugar daddy. Dixon quickly shut down those comments by reiterating what he said earlier, that the truth was that he was lacking costume parts. He goes on to say, at this point, Dixon did not know that Perry was interested in men or that he was looking for a sexual relationship. I gotta call it out. So this big gay water buffalo is asking you multiple times about a sugar daddy. You are choosing not to even touch that specific word because you knew what he was implying.
So you knew.
Now, in no way, shape, or form does this mean Tyler allegedly touching him later was appropriate. But we're talking about a situation before this was your boss. You've given this man your phone number, and he's letting you know
that he likes you
directly.
That's
before
right.
Does he's the cowboy? Do you need a sugar daddy? That's when you have the time to respond to say, no, this cowboy does not need a sugar daddy.
No, exactly.
Period. Hard stop. Now, what I'm seeing in him is that he's more flight than fight. However, this is a little murky. And I do think that his attorneys, should this make it, and by him I mean Tyler Perry, should this make it to trial, they're gonna eat him alive right there, because you're not that naive. Big gay water buffalo in the wig playing Medea is asking you about sugar daddy, and you're saying you had no idea that this man might be gay or interested.
Right.
If that were the case, then you would not have steered the conversation in the direction of your costume.
Good point.
You at this age know you're being hit on. It just is what it is.
In the beginning, yeah.
According to your lawsuit, at one point early on, you bought your car.
Yeah, he'd seen my Jeep around the studio that I was driving, and he said, you know, that's not a great car.
He's telling you about sugar daddies, and within months, he's buying you a car. Does that sound familiar to you, Christian?
I have
Here's the other guy.
from the dealership for the car that
That's
he
Christian.
tried to buy as an apology for.
His name is Christian.
Yes, Christian Keys.
Christian
offering
Keys.
me $100,000 a strip. It's time. I really.
He's talking about a car.
We're gonna skip over this.
Okay.
In 2021, his prolific career earned him a spot in the exclusive Billionaires Club. His media empire includes his own production company, Tyler Perry Studios, based in Atlanta, one of the largest film studios in the country.
I'm not trying to do anything other than meet somebody at their humanity.
Bail on the Oval, was that a dream job?
It was, yeah, it was. To be a series regular on a show was something I always dreamed about.
The complaint includes multiple screenshots of text messages allegedly between Dixon and Perry.
Picture where he's on the jet ski. I said, nice picture. He said, yeah, the water looks calm. He said, nice picture. You don't see that stud in that picture? Rude. And I said, LOL, yes, that's a stud. And all these texts, I tried to de-escalate them and make a joke out of them.
Some of the messages more sexual in nature.
One of them says, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that in therapy yet? I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you.
Now, the complaint also alleges that in January of 2020, there was an escalation from the text messages to Tyler Perry's behavior becoming physical. Can you explain that first alleged incident?
Yes, we were.
Well, if anybody in the comments, my bad. If anybody in the comments, you know, there might be some people attracted to Tyler. You guys are welcome to put in the comments in the live chat. You know, speak up.
We're over his house. We're having some drinks in his guest house, and it was late at night, and he has a guest quarters, and said that you can sleep there instead of, you know, not driving to his house is far from Atlanta and where I was living. And I got into bed, and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well and started rubbing my leg. And I jumped up out of bed, and he said, you know, turn around so I can look at you, and just comment on how I looked. And then he got up and left. So I thought after that instance, it was pretty.
That sounded mighty familiar to me.
Yeah. You get a grown-ass man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room because he says it's safe. Because, you know, I know I'm bent, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm asleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep.
Wow.
And not short Hennessy's
This
deep.
is good.
And this dude tries to climb into bed with you. So you spaz out, push him out. Like, what the?
Clear that I was not interested in that type of a relationship. It was very, very strange. I mean, I think it's okay that people try to make a move or shoot their shot, but if they get rejected, I think that they should stop. And so I thought it would stop after that, and it didn't.
At the end of the second season, Dale gets shot in the chest 4 times.
That to me was, if I don't make him happy, I could stay dead on the show.
And the complaint specifically says, and I just want to quote it, Mr. Perry made it clear to Mr. Dixon that he would kill off Mr. Dixon's character if he did not indulge Mr. Perry's sexual harassment.
Wow.
Was that message clear to you?
For me, that was his way of showing his power over over us and our careers, and that he doesn't have a problem with just killing one of us off.
Do you think that Tyler Perry said that? I don't.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch that, hon. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I didn't either. He said something about he's gonna kill him off on the job if he doesn't sleep with him.
It's possible, but
Okay.
I don't know. It's possible.
Right. If it's in the text messages, that would really be something.
Yeah. But he was. I think
The
he was
funny
also
thing is-
alluding to other people as well.
Oh, okay. Christian.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
Predators like that.
other people on the show.
Oh.
They resent the prey that got away. They resent the prey that got away. The prey that didn't fold. The prey that didn't acquiesce and
I mean, he's okay
say,
looking,
okay,
but
you know
he's
what?
not my choice.
I'm
He's
gonna
got
go
some
ahead
pretty
and
eyes,
take this
but
L and
I'm
sacrifice
not like
my morals
mesmerized.
for this opportunity. Nah. That was
You're also a screenwriter and had written a TV series called Losing It. Tell us about that.
He ended up wanting to read it, and I at first was like too embarrassed to even send to him, but he did, and he
One more thing.
That's
At the end of the night, Perry told Dixon not to drive home. Perry said it was dangerous and that Dixon was too inebriated to drive home. Dixon agreed and was escorted to a separate guest room, not knowing that this was a ruse to allow Perry to assault Dixon. Dixon was tired and did not have pajamas, and so he got into bed only wearing underwear. Sounds very similar to Christian Key's story.
Did he take his story and adjust it?
Incident that you outline in your lawsuit, where you're again at Tyler Perry's home in Atlanta, and it ends up with you locking yourself in a bathroom.
We started out having drinks in the living room like we have done before, and it got to a point in the night where we were both kind of feeling drunk, and I remember we were walking back to the guest area where I've stayed before, and there was this health monitor scale on the way. And I was like, what is that? And he said, well, you have to be in your underwear to measure, whatever. So you should do it. He reached down and pulled my underwear down and grabbed my ass. And I, tried to stop him and pull back my underwear up. And he kind of grabbed my arms and said, no, it's okay. Just go with it. And I said, stop. I don't want to be naked. I don't want this. And he was just like, no, I'm not going to hurt you. And just continued. And in that moment, unless someone
try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm gone. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab your penis. He tries to shake and grab your equipment.
Wow.
And you spaz even more.
been through something where they have their control over their bodies taken away. You don't really understand the kind of feelings that you get in that moment. It was almost like every thought came through my head: to run, to fight, to freeze. I didn't know what to do.
He says he de-escalated and distracted Perry and eventually locked himself alone in the guest house bathroom.
The day after that, he called several times and I ended up getting afraid of what was going on the other side. So I picked up, and that's when he said, he was sorry for what happened. He doesn't know why he did that, and that maybe he was self-sabotaging or something. And in the same call, he said, and don't worry, we're going to do your show.
Self-sabotaging is crazy.
But you are not allowed to touch somebody without their permission.
Oh.
Not allowed to try to touch them in a sexual or private place without their permission. And if they've already declared, like, hey, bruh, I get that that's your thing, but I like black women and Hennessy. And so miss me with the bullshit, because I'm never going to be open to that. I'm never going to swing at that pitch. Like, I'm batting for this team over here.
Wow.
In the lawsuit, you describe this as a calculated pursuit of you by Tyler Perry. There are also several times where he says to you, you have to make your no stronger. How did you respond to this, as it's described, calculated pursuit of you by Tyler Perry?
To me, that's just.
Now, this is where things get super interesting. You guys know, don't let me ever have time on my hands because I'm really going to start deep diving. When this initial complaint came out, there was so much else going on, but I started looking into the complaint and I found this, and we have to talk about it. I want to make this a little smaller. It's like a whole new plot inside of a plot. It says, in and around September 2019, plaintiff worked for an event company called Legendary Events in Atlanta that was hired to organize defendant Perry's studio's opening party. Plaintiff was recruited. That's a very specific word. And remember, he's like a cater waiter. Plaintiff was recruited by Tony Conway, the owner of Legendary Events and close friend of Tyler Perry. Mr. Conway decided to place Dixon directly in a role at a party that required frequent conversation with Tyler Perry. Y'all, I've seen enough of this now. I would not be surprised if in discovery, this man gets subpoenaed, Tony Conway. If you've never seen him, this is him.
If we were going to expand the company, it was this event of opening Tyler Perry Studios that was going to do that. And it did. And we've been with Mr. Perry now for 7 years all over the country, the Bahamas as a couple of times with his islands and things. But that introduced us to a whole new business of working with millions of flowers in a year, 1 million flowers on a particular event, him introducing us into the world of entertainment and working with Oprah and Denzel Washington and the likes of the entertainment industry. That was our really aha moment, I think, in our company that said, I think we're a special events company.
So you have Derek now alleging that this man, Tony, is recruiting people for Tyler Perry. It's a whole plot inside of a plot. You have a cater waiter, he looks a certain way. Defendant Perry picked plaintiff out of a crowd of employees present at the party and began asking plaintiff questions about his employment status and whether plaintiff was an actor. In or around early October and on the last day of the party, defendant Perry insisted that he and plaintiff exchanged phone numbers, and Perry subsequently texted plaintiff to introduce himself. Perry began asking Dixon about his dreams and aspirations. Dixon told Perry that he was interested in acting and writing. That, y'all, my mind was blown when I saw this. I'm not gonna use the word traffic. That's not it. But a word like recruit carries significant weight. Plaintiff was recruited by Tony Conway. So I went to Tony's page and I see some of his teams. They don't look like Derek. And he's alleging that this man put him in a place where he would have to talk to Tyler, and Tyler got his phone number at the event, the cater waiter.
Oh.
is a plot inside of a plot. That's just so insulting. And I reiterated, you know, I said stop. You know, I said it. I don't think that people ever get past something like that happening to them.
Dixon tells us he last spoke to Perry in the spring of 2024 and left the show in September of that year.
Oh, yeah.
What ultimately became of your pilot losing it?
Yeah, it hasn't gone anywhere. He still owns the rights to it. So I can't now go and sell it.
Then in January, the actor filed a complaint with the EEOC.
Oh, snap.
Who was in control of all the Queen's men outside of Christian Keys?
Federal agency responsible for protecting workers from discrimination.
Yeah.
In response to your EEOC complaint, Tyler's representative said, among other things, Mr. Dixon's initial letter to TPS, Tyler Perry Studios, about its matter demanded $42.5 million to buy his silence. They described your actions as extortion.
Mm-hmm.
Were you looking for...
I've been to the EEOC and filed a complaint against companies before. They're very effective.
Yeah.
So
Money to buy your silence?
No, I think I was looking for accountability on to what he did.
Let's get into that real quick. So I got a little pushback on the video that I made yesterday, and let me be clear, I still feel the same way. This was Derek's initial interview. It says, asked if he attempted to reach a private settlement with Perry prior to filing his lawsuit last month, Dixon says, there are always attempts to resolve situations like this privately, but they never result in the type of change necessary to protect further victims. At the end of the day, my absolute fear is that he will be able to continue doing this without any major consequences. I fervently believe, pay me for my pain.
Yep.
If anybody has assaulted you, I see no issue with you suing them, with you going to the courts to try to get them, to the police to try to get them put in jail. I'm with you. I will stand with the survivor. But with that being said, you can also be truthful.
Yes.
And there, are a lot of attorneys who don't like that I say this, but I don't care. There are loopholes in the system. Demand letters are, we'll just say, a necessary evil. It's a way for people to twofold. If you are a survivor, I can understand sending a demand letter saying, you need to pay me for my pain. I don't like what you did to me. And let's try to resolve this without the embarrassment of going to court. It's also a way for a predator to evade a very public court case. And we now know through the Jay-Z Busby situation that there are loopholes to this. So I don't care. I would like, and if I were on a jury, I would like somebody to just be honest. This big water buffalo harassed me, touched me, assaulted me, and they need to pay up. All of this being coy, there are always attempts to resolve situations like this privately. We're not talking about always attempts. The direct question was, have you tried to reach a settlement before filing this complaint? And the answer is yes. You asked for $42 million and it was turned down. Doesn't mean I don't believe you, because I believe you. Tyler Perry has denied all allegations. I have to say that.
He's denied all
allegations. I believe Derek. You don't have to put on. The answer is yes. I attempted to send a demand letter in the amount of $42 million. It did not go as well. And you also don't have to blow smoke up our ass. The one issue that I have with Christian Keys, because I believe Christian Keys, I felt it was performative when he kept saying, I just want to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. I just want to make sure no matter what, I'm still going to the police department and I'm going to be sending these private recordings that I have of this billionaire who did these things to me. That never happened. And in fact, after whatever happened with Christian, that video was taken down.
So I wanted you to get paid off.
Yes, he did. He took Christian. Christian got paid. He got paid. And never heard a word about it after that.
No, he didn't. He went quiet. He's even saying that they removed the video. So Auntie Mickey is saying that Christian, the gentleman with the black hair that's been talking, he had a settlement with Tyler Perry outside of going to court. And guys, we haven't heard from him.
And the thing is that he never named Tyler directly.
No, he did not.
But he alluded big time.
He did.
Yes. Check your email, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have to blow smoke up our asses. We, the people, we believe, especially if you're bringing evidence, proof, facts, all of those things. There are more people that support you than you know. However, don't come up here trying to, feed us a story. You don't need to act. You just need to give us what your truth is. And we are a good indication of how a jury might feel. I say that all the time. I know some attorneys use my videos as kind of like polling. What do people really think about this? Or how are the general public looking at this? That I didn't like. Just say it. Yes, he owes me for what he did to me, And I did try to do this so that I did not have to come forward and embarrass myself, because we're not going to pretend like there's not a stigma around men. Men who get sexually assaulted are stigmatized all the time. The mindset is, well, you're a man, you should have been able to fight off.
No.
Maybe that's slowly changing, but I do feel like that's the general consensus. So, you know, we'll get off the soapbox there.
I was trying to go with him.
I think what he did was wrong, and it needed to be something that would deter him from doing this to somebody else, another actor, or in the future.
What
he wants to deter from doing? He wants to deter him.
I just still think this is kind of suspect on Derek's part, because if you listen, they say that Derek and Tyler parted ways, so to speak, from the show in September of 2024.
Okay.
This thing with the EEOC didn't take place until January of 2025.
Oh, recently.
Yes. So it was after, I mean, unless I'm missing something, it was after he was removed from the show or left the show, not while he was still employed.
Usually you file after you leave or during it.
Yeah, most people go during their employment.
Yeah, I did.
After, yeah. So it kind of looks like, okay, I'll get you now. You let me go,
like maybe try to negotiate with them, and then nothing was there.
So the indicators were always there that Tyler wanted him. And he saved every single solitary text message that showed that Tyler was, coming for him. And he,
thank you, Snowdrop,
kind of low-key led him on. I mean, if somebody was trying to come for me, honestly, if someone was trying to come for me, I would make it very clear I'm not interested in you in that way, but I want to work with you professionally.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be hanging out with them drinking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend the night at their house. I wouldn't disrobe down to my underwear and climb into bed. And, those kinds of things. And then he even said that, when Tyler touched him, he changed the subject. This is how he handled Tyler. I mean, it's like, you could say he was trying to keep his job, but in the same token, it's wrong if that's in fact going on.
Exactly.
And who's to say that you didn't have a little, something going on with Tyler?
Good question.
You're using this to get paid because if you think about it, Latesha, if somebody was coming after you and they buy you a car and they put you up in an apartment and they're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you accept those gifts?
No, because I know they want something in return.
Exactly. This is not a little boy here. He knew exactly what Tyler wanted. Tyler let him know up from the gate.
And why he was receiving gifts.
Exactly. Hey, he got a brand new vehicle. He got a nice apartment to crash in. He set him up. He said, "Do you need a sugar daddy?"
Yeah.
Do you need a sugar daddy?
He sure did.
And by accepting gifts, you're pretty much saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, actions do speak louder than words.
They do.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Let's see what else he's got.
From doing this to somebody else. Again, that sounded extremely familiar to me.
I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young Black actors have fell for that? How many of them? And you can hear him.
If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you are not new to the channel, hit that like button.
Kind of a toll, would you say, that this is all taken on you?
I was extremely anxious. the calls got to a point where the calls and texts were almost every day. Just this constant state of like, if I don't answer, I will lose my job. I'll be fired or killed off the show. It took a huge toll on my anxiety and depression.
You're asking in your lawsuit for damages totaling $260 million. How did you arrive at that number?
$260 million.
That's a crazy amount of money.
It's insane.
Well, if Shannon Sharp's girl is now
richer than him,
worth more than he is.
Really?
I'm not here to hoe no more. I don't really got nobody in the
Is
last
that her?
like 2 or 3
That's
years.
her.
She said no.
She then got off OF, is living her best life. You know, pay me for my pain. Some might feel like 260 million is too much. I don't think he's gonna get 260 million. I think that was
flinging with her, and they had this little thing that they would do on choking her out. He would choke her out while performing an act.
What's his name?
Shannon Sharp. And
Shannon. Okay, yes.
And she was recording some of their conversations, and she specifically says, well, I don't want you to choke me out anymore, or something to that effect.
Right.
So it was almost strategically done to, he basically he didn't play it off like, what do you mean choke you out or anything like that. He as a matter of fact, he says, I might want to choke you out next time I see you. But he didn't mean it in the same respect as to where they were doing it before. He was angry with her when he made that statement. So he meant in that particular moment, you're pissing me off to where I want to choke you out next time I see you. But it was like a setup, and he fell for it.
Wow.
My husband says hello, lady, by the way.
Hello. How are you?
He's doing good.
Good.
It just all looks like a setup. They get with these rich people, and next thing you know,
they're powerful.
They set them up and get paid. It's crazy. It's great that they don't see it coming.
That's right.
And she was in OnlyFans. She was with OnlyFans. That's how they hooked up. She's an OnlyFans model.
Sorry. Maggie has been posting negative things about me. So people are asking me about it now, my friends. And she's been tagging them in it.
Wow.
And they're like, what is this about? And I'm like, she's a nut.
Yeah.
She's a nutcase.
She's delusional.
Very much so. All right, we're almost at the end.
A number that was put out there so that the media would pick up on it. $260 million is a lot of money. But like Shannon Sharp's situation taught you, stranger things can happen. His accuser is now wealthier than he is. He's going to be paying her into perpetuity. She'll never have to do OF again.
Part of that number is my lost job, my lost income, the loss of the show. The other part of that is
Now, Derek, I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right. Tyler Perry can't even afford, or doesn't even provide good wigs. So we know you weren't making. We know you weren't making anything around even probably $1 million.
Wow.
So those wages are to pay you for your sexual assault allegations. This is not about future wages. We know that. We know.
A deterrent for, how do you stop a billionaire who won't stop themselves from doing this?
How difficult has it been to tell your truth?
It's been hard. It's
again, very similar to Christian.
With my attorney, trying to figure out how to deal with it. It's never been about money I literally
yes, it
intentionally
is.
let the statute of limitations pass. It's not
It
about
would
money
be
or being able to sue. But at some point, really soon, the police report is going to be filed, and I'll turn over the recordings of the inappropriate behaviors and the inappropriate offers, and I'll turn over the paperwork for the car that was bought as an apology for offering me $100,000 to take my clothes off, and y'all can hear him.
It's a vulnerable thing to talk about, I think, for anybody. There's a lot of shame, I think, around it. And just trying to think what you could have done better and having to deal with the judgment of what, everyone might think of how you could have handled it better and without being in that situation.
Perry has not yet responded in court filings. In a statement to ABC News, his lawyer called Dixon a, quote, individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam, and that Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail.
If you were to talk to Tyler Perry right now, what would you say?
I would say,
give me my money. Anyway, there was one other thing that I wanted to show you guys. Another similarity.
Here's
It
another
says,
thing, though.
Perry further told plaintiff that he wanted a man.
The other thing I wanted to point out is that there's two stark contrasts between the two men.
It is.
Derek and Christian. Derek is an openly gay man.
Oh, which one? The the black hair guy.
The guy that's suing him. He's openly gay man.
I didn't know that.
Christian Keys is the complete opposite.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he told Tyler, "Look, I like women in Hennessy. I'm not down with what you're throwing my way." So it's very conceivable. And again, I'm just going to assumptions. It's very conceivable that something could have taken place that Derek is not alluding to in this lawsuit that would encourage Tyler. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you're going after someone constantly and they keep rejecting you, at some point in time you're gonna stop.
Yes, you're gonna just leave it alone.
You're gonna stop. And this went on for years. This didn't go on for several months.
Wow.
Since 2019. This started in 2019, and it started when when Derek's employer, because he was working for this guy that does parties for the stars or whatever you might want to call it. I can't recall the exact term, but he's the one that turned Tyler on to him. He introduced the two.
Right.
And so from that moment, it was a setup at that point between, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, he was pretty much, saying, I got a guy that works for me. There he goes over there. Tyler was interested, got his phone number, and started communicating with him at that point. And that's how he ended up getting the job.
Okay.
But Tyler was coming on to him from the giddy up. And if you're not interested in a relationship of that nature,
right,
and you make it very clear in the very beginning that you're not, then at some point in time, the gifts will stop,
right.
And all of this took place. This guy got a vehicle, an apartment, a job, a career out of Tyler. And and he saved every single text message that they had between each other.
Wow.
And he was, I just looked at it as like, wow, he played this guy for as long as he could.
Yeah, he did.
And then when he put hands on him, meaning he grabbed his butt,
right.
He says that he was able to get him off of him by changing the subject. That just sounds really weird to me.
Me too.
I don't care if he was drunk. They were both drunk.
Yeah.
So, I just step back and look at the whole picture and say, wow, this is a money grab. I
Yeah.
have to agree. And he
It
pulled
kind of
some
looks that way.
yeah, he pulled some of Christian's
The amount that
talking
he's
points.
asking for is so
It's
obsessive.
outlandish. It's outlandish. You start high, you go down a little low, and
Yeah.
you know, either way it goes, but it looks like a money grab from the start. And Tyler pretty much kind of fell for it. But if he's got good attorneys, he's going to bring all these same points up that I just brought up.
Yeah.
Even better.
You're right.
You know, but some of the talking points that Christian had prior to Derek coming forth with this lawsuit, it's almost like he went and listened to some of the things that Christian said and put them in his lawsuit.
Oh.
And Mims even said so. He said these are some stark similarities.
They are.
Very stark.
It is similarities. He's correct on that. Let me make sure I hit the like button. And we put your link in our chat. Okay. Make it make sense. And go check him out. He has his own channel. He's got it going on. We got about a few more minutes in it. Let's see what he's saying.
Who was in a relationship with another individual, but with whom he could be emotionally involved and engage in sexual acts with, like a friend with benefits relationship. Because Perry did not have time to deal with the emotional aspect of the relationship, only the physical. Again, that sounded very similar to Christian.
You can hear him say that he has several guys, multiple guys on payroll, 6 figures a year, that pop up and they do whatever he wants and they go back home.
What?
So they pop in, they grab their ankles, they do whatever he wants. And I'm like,
Did he say grab your ankle?
They pop in, they grab their ankles. Sounded very familiar. So, you know, you can be a Tyler fan, you can be a Christian fan, you can be a David fan, whomever.
Wow.
I'm interested to know
Hollywood.
how you guys feel. Had you ever seen anybody?
Isn't it? Like,
very weird.
Seriously.
And
Grab
you know,
your ankles.
The other thing, the pilot that Derek wanted to push forward, I think that's another reason why he kind of tolerated the advances. So he, you know, alludes to, but he ended up, I guess he can't even sell it now because I guess Tyler may own the rights to it somehow. I'm not sure of the details of that, but I believe Derek had his own ulterior motive.
What pilot?
He had a show. He has a show that he was trying to push.
Pitch. Oh, okay.
And maybe, you know, that's part of the reason why he's asking for so much money, because that's money that he would be out of if that show was
if he would have been on the show.
Yeah, but I mean, bottom line is that, you know, you throw the dice and you give up too much of your power in signing over your pilot. This is what's going to happen.
Oh,
you know, so it's really a touchy situation, but
sounds like it
still feels like a money grab to me. He was using Tyler just like Tyler was trying to get in his drawers.
Right. They were, trying to use each other. Wow. What do you think is going to happen to Tyler Perry's career? Or, you know, let's say if they go to court and they find him guilty.
I think he's going to take a hit. This is a civil lawsuit, not
a small hit.
Yeah, I think he's going to take a little bit of a hit, but in the same token, I think Tyler Perry was trying to protect his original fan base, and that was the Christian community.
Oh.
And coming out as an openly gay man might, in his mind, make him lose some of his original fan base.
Yeah, he is going to lose it. Number one, because you lied.
Right.
And number
Just
two,
be real. Just be real who you are.
The lying. When you start lying, and then that's it. People don't trust you.
That's
right. And when I can't trust you, then I don't know I don't know if you're telling the truth ever. That's why I believe, well, I already know. Maggot lies about everything, just real quick. And you can't trust nothing that comes out of her mouth because of the lies.
Yeah.
So
You can't trust
even it could be true.
Yeah. You can't trust a liar.
No.
Nothing that the liar says. So he's going to take a hit in that respect.
Exactly. And he does own BET.
Does he? I'm not sure.
I don't know if he does. I know he's hello, Tracy Teach. Hello, sweetheart. Wow, I wonder. I'm sure it's already taken a hit, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
But you know, the amount of power that Tyler has in the industry, I think he'll be able to regroup fairly quickly.
I heard that Megan was trying to get Tyler Perry to step down as her daughter's godfather because of the scandal.
Well,
that's word on the street.
What is she gonna step down from?
Right. I know that's right.
You know, I mean, let's be real.
Let's be real. What are you gonna step down from? Do you know she wants to be called Your Royal Highness again? And the Queen said, if you leave the royal family, you will not have access to your Royal Highness. And you can't use your titles to monetize. But she's been doing that.
Wow.
Now she wants people to bow to her too.
Well, I guess her plan didn't work. Her plan didn't work. You're not as talented as you thought you were, boo-boo.
No. Your plan B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G didn't work. You messed up. You gave up everything for nothing.
Yep, she crapped out. She threw the dice and crapped out.
Yeah, and wasn't listening to no one, just going full speed ahead with dumbness.
Wow. Down South Stitcher says that the sale of BET did not go through to Tyler.
Oh, it didn't?
He doesn't own it.
Okay. I thought it went through.
But Tyler doesn't really need to own BET. I mean, he's a billionaire, whether he owns BET or not.
Right.
This man is a billionaire,
He's a billionaire. He can retire.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll retire and just they love the power.
Yeah.
That power is addicting.
Yeah. And the Medea movies, I think that the Medea character is always going to be loved by some. Not
she
all,
is, but do you think she's fading?
I believe Medea's been fading for some time.
Okay.
But he's been able to come up with other content.
Right.
That has been, very masterful.
To help it.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Auntie Mickey. That's true.
I
remember he started out, I don't know where he used to live, but I know here in Texas, when he first started doing his plays, I would go see his play.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what put him on top.
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to thank you, Auntie Mickey, for coming and inviting your team too.
Yes, thank you guys. I can't see the chat, but those of you that are there, thank you so much for coming over, and I'll be back this afternoon.
Okay, I'm going to try to catch on and see what's going on at Auntie Mickey's house. You guys check her out. She's coming on this afternoon. Don't miss her. She has great content going on. Do you know what are you going to Tyler Perry? Did you say what?
Well, I had talked about Tyler earlier. I talked about what did I talk about last night? I talked about the unaliving of a young mother yesterday.
Oh, wow.
It's in Chicago. It was an ex-girlfriend, or I'm sorry, let me phrase this properly. A baby mama, the ex to this guy, she's his ex, and they have a baby together. And his new baby mama, pow
Whoa.
her head as he held her in a headlock. Yeah. And
I remember that.
Yeah, she just dropped her son off to school.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So that's what I talked about last
Auntie
night.
Mickey, and he he was holding her,
Yep.
and the girlfriend did the shooting.
Yes.
And
she
yes.
stuck around. She stayed. She put the pow back in her vehicle, and she stayed there at the scene.
What was she thinking?
She told the police, "I'm licensed to carry." That's what got her off, pretty much. She said the right things. She says, "I'm licensed to carry, and I was afraid for my life." They didn't even arrest him.
Okay.
I don't understand that.
He's an accessory.
Yeah. It's crazy. But that's what I talked about last night. I don't have any further updates on that. I might just make it tonight a viewer's choice, because I'm kind of burned out at this moment.
Yeah, okay.
With things, make it a viewer's choice.
I like that.
Whoever shows up, we can talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about. I cherish my subscribers that they send me content all the time.
Yes, mine does too.
Yes, they send me content.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, and I love them for that. I really do.
Thank you guys so much for sharing your ideas with us. And take care, Cheryl. Sharing your ideas with us. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It really helps the channel.
Right.
I know Demon Dictator goes, she is actually the one that got in contact with Julie for me.
Right.
Set it up. Yeah.
And
Very
it takes
kind of her.
Subscribers like you guys that keep us going, because this is a lot of work for one person.
Yeah, it is.
And why people
and draining.
Have a team. I'm too small to afford help. So it's very much a blessing to have people in your corner that come in and actually become the voice of the public. This is what the public would like to hear. And
exactly,
it's really a blessing to have
it really is
like that.
It really is. I agree with you 100% on that. It really is a blessing. And you want to let them know that you really appreciate them.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we really do appreciate you, mods.
Yeah.
And we really do. You guys work so hard for us.
Yeah.
And you guys in the chat.
Yeah. If you come over tonight, we may talk about, who knows.
Okay.
But we're gonna definitely deflate her at all
yes
costs. At all
I'm with you on that. I'm deflated.
Yeah,
I am. I'm at a point where deflated. I've made myself very clear.
Yeah. She's running over the same storyline, the same lies. I was in love with Quiet Storm. Has he paid me back? Okay, first of all, has he paid me back is none of your business. What have you been talking to him about? How about that?
Right, and how do you know he owes her anything?
Well, everybody knows he scammed me. That's no secret.
Okay.
But the line of BS that she's putting out there is that I fell in love with this man.
Yes.
That is the craziest. I don't want it. Let me shut up. I don't want to disparage the man.
No, that's what I mean by lying.
Stuff like that is just ridiculous. And insulting my husband like that.
Exactly.
You have no idea. You don't know nothing about my husband.
Let's talk about that. How you're insulting her family, her husband. She's married.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
been married just had an anniversary. And you are so dark that, for you to say that about Auntie Mickey and Quiet Storm lets us know your maturity level is very low.
It's laughable.
Yeah, you're mature. You're not even mature. You can't even put mature by you. There's nothing there. Like, you are very immature.
What she doesn't understand is in a marriage, and you can understand this because you're married, you have a husband.
Yeah.
We don't do things with regard to money behind our husband's back.
No.
So whatever that man got from me, he got it from us, not
Right.
just me, us. So by saying that I fell in love with this man as if my husband had no idea what was going on, you're delusional. You have no idea what you're talking about because you have no concept of a real relationship in the first place.
Right. And she acts dumb and stupid.
Stupid as a child.
Because she knows this. You've
Exactly.
explained this to her, and you have told her that I am married and me and my husband made this decision together.
Mm-hmm.
While you keep going around making up stories of your own.
Exactly.
Your credibility is shot.
Exactly.
That's why you're in the basement. You're a liar.
I'm
you have
curious
no
where she's
receipts.
getting her help from.
Yeah. Pull out the receipts.
Didn't she let him in his didn't she let him into her chat that day and told everybody to be kind and be respectful? But
yes.
Were you in love with him at that moment?
Yeah. Was you in love with Quiet Storm when you let him up on your panel?
Mm-hmm.
Were you
No,
feeling some
no,
Sardinia?
she didn't, because she was probably trying to use him. But see, that's what people like her do. They
Yes,
use
they're
people.
users.
Yeah, they use people, and
then,
you know, hey, maybe she's still using them. Who knows?
Oh yeah, and when like you could be gone for a while, she'll call you up and say, "I need you. I need you to do something stupid and evil."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah. See, I know more than she think I know.
Yeah, she's delusional. She thinks, well, this is all she got. This is her life.
Right.
She
And
lives,
here's the thing.
grooves you too.
Here's the other thing. I have way more class than she'll ever have because
She doesn't have any class.
I have
You can't even put her in a class.
Listen, I have her information. I know where you live.
Exactly.
I know your phone number.
Hello.
I got more class than you will ever have because I would
Thank
never share
you.
that information, even if you are a downright dog ass hoe.
Hello.
Because
Auntie Mickey has your information.
and
And she
had
doesn't
it for a
even
long
think
time.
about putting your information out there.
Not
Because
worthy.
she has class. She's not like your dog bad built potato, nasty self. People aren't nasty like you and go
Stank
below
to
the
the
belt.
highest power. Stank to the highest power. So, you know, when you start talking your shit about me, just remember I have your information as well.
Yes.
And I've had it for quite some time. I've even, let me shut up. I'm not going to tell you everything I have of yours.
I
But
know.
you'd be
I found
surprised.
some stuff too.
Huh.
I said, wow. She
You're
didn't
not
have no trouble
immune.
major. She's
You
lying
see-
about that.
You know, she seems to think that, you know, she's sitting up there in Canada and she's immune from people finding out about her. But
Right.
trust and believe, people have your information as well. And ain't nobody doxed you. You know why? Because nobody gives a damn about you. How about that?
Whatsoever. You are a nobody.
So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and log off, sweetheart.
All
And we'll
right,
see
lovely.
you this afternoon. Goodbye, everybody in the chat. I can't see you, but I love you all. And I will talk to you later. God bless you.
Bye, lovely.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you later.
Okay, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, guys, this was lovely. I hope you had a wonderful live. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to my members. I really appreciate you guys' help and support. It really means a lot. I know we are almost over this hump where I'm not talking about her. And I don't want to lie and say I'm not going to talk about her and then I bring her name up. But what I will do is try my damnedest, hardest not to bring up Sardinia. Okay? And the only reason I brought up Sardinia these last couple of days is because of the evil thing that she did lately. but I'm over it. So now we can move on. But I will always constantly remind her of the disgusting behavior she possesses, the evilness that comes out of her. You do some evil, nefarious things, and that's why you are on the bottom of my shoe. Kisses to you guys. We'll get there, I promise.